Hello my dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. This is my first impressions and review of the famous Flyer 9 bundle. It's just come out on the marketplace for both Xbox and PC pilots to celebrate D-Day, of course. It's the Douglas Skytrain included in the package, along with the Waco CG-4A Glider. Both very different aircraft to fly, and actually both quite a lot of fun with a few tricks and a few added features within both of them, which I'll show you in this first impressions and review video. So I'll tell you what, let's not dilly-dally, let's get on with the video. So as I'm set up at Southend Airport, firstly in the Douglas aircraft, let me just give you a bit of background and information in case you don't know and this is your first time seeing these aircraft. They're two American aircraft, so the Douglas and the Waco, which played critical roles during World War II, specifically during Operation Overlord and on D-Day, which was June the 6th, 1944, hence them bringing these out on D-Day, which is absolutely fantastic. Firstly, let's just take a look at the Douglas C-47D Skytrain. This comes with 4 different liveries. Just show you a bit of that on screen. So there you go, you can choose which one you want. I think I got the lead one. Let's take that off screen. And, you know, external modelling, yeah, it looks like a World War II aircraft, doesn't it? Nothing too special, but what's there looks great. The paint jobs looks very amateurish. Lots of scuffs and scrapes. And there are a couple of features within both aircraft which I do want to show you. So it looks quite nice, doesn't it? It looks like it's straight from World War II. Let's get inside. You can see it's a tail dragger as well. Let's get inside the aircraft. A lot of these switches are thankfully usable within the sim, so you can go ahead and switch and start and do a start. Maybe I'll do a video on startup from cold, but I'm sure somebody with much more experience on starting aircraft up from cold and dark will do that. See that as well. Just nice detailing my co-pilot there, sort of World War II uniform, which is nice to see. Just lots of nice little details all around the aircraft, and I'm going to leave the rest of it for you to explore because there are a few nice treats here or there. Can I get these windows up to open? Maybe not. I've not actually tried the clickable spots here, but we can. There we go. So we can pop that window open, and I assume we can pop that one open too. Should we do that to listen to some of the noises? Like I said, there's a couple of treats in here. I'll tell you what, let me just center my view. And what I like to do is pull out so I can see the instruments, your airspeed, vertical speed, and your altitude indicator down here. What I'll do then, I'll just throttle the aircraft up. Maybe 60% or so, release the parking brake. Remember, it's a tail dragger. Bit of a slow startup for it. Not as tricky as other tail draggers I've found. Famous last words here. Just using a bit of right rudder there, just to keep myself centered. I'll just push the nose of the aircraft down a little bit. May need to speed up a little bit more for that to happen. Bring it off its back wheel. And before you know it, this aircraft wants to get off the ground. Bit more speed there. I think they have quite enough throttle in there. And there we go. So not overly difficult to get it off the ground. Let me just bring the landing gear up and pop outside. It's got a beautiful animation when it retracts that landing gear. I really like that. Tucks almost entirely into the body, not quite. It's very evocative of the World War, isn't it? Second World War. And there we go, landing gear up. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to climb to altitude, maybe shut the windows now, it's getting a bit drafty in here. And, you know, play around. By the way, this costs, I should have mentioned that, shouldn't it? Cost me £12.49 for both aircraft, for the pack from the marketplace, which I think is a steal. It's about $15. From the 6th of June to the 5th of July 2024, all money made, so every purchase will be donated to the USO, that's the United Service Organizations, which I think is fantastic. So it's for a good cause as well. So all money made from this, from the marketplace, will be donated, 100% of it, apparently, to the USO, which I believe is fantastic. There we go, we're getting up to altitude. Apparently this cruises, have I got my flaps up? Well, I have now. Don't believe it had any. Apparently this will cruise around 160, is that 160 knots or so? You can see the speedo down here, you can see it on this side a little bit better there. We're getting towards, well, miles per hour, it'll be not knots. So we're getting towards 140 miles per hour. Bring the view back up and just scroll out. Once I get to around this part, I'll show you one of the neat tricks with this aircraft. So let's just thunder along there. Got quite a lot of vertical climbing there, so let me just trim down. And you know, it takes a little while for the trim, but we should have no problems. There we go, trim's coming down now, so I'm just looking at my vertical speed indicator here and just trimming the nose down just so we get to level flight. Well, near enough. There we go, it's coming down now, that's fine. Having to feed quite a lot. I am using my Verpal set once again now. So just bear that in mind. There you can see the speed picking up. So we're getting to the point. Can I time it so when we just get over that sort of beachy part here, what I'm going to do, click on this button here, jump door switch, wait till we get over there. Oh, if I put a little bit too much vertical speed, you're gonna have to watch that. Put too much in. Ah, there you go. Got it on sort of straight on level now. You know what that will do. Off you go, parachutists. Notify troopers. What's this? Look, you get parachutes coming out of the aircraft. Oops, darn, they're gonna land in the water. Never trust Hudson. Never mind, mates. It's only a short swim to the coast there. I can hear them blasting me on the way down there. Oh, never mind. That will take a bit of practice to get. We're going to have a bit of fun on this, aren't we, people? In a couple of group flights, maybe. It's got to be quite a fun aircraft to fly. It feels slow and lumbering, akin to sort of, remember the Junkers feeling a similar way. Completely different aircrafts, of course. I mean, maybe this is slightly faster as well. Rate of knots. Shall we close the parachute doors now? Good luck, my friends. How are you doing? Have you landed? Have they... well, last one to land. Is he gonna... Oh dear. Is he gonna make the beach? Let's just take a look at this. He might make the beach. He did the right thing there. He's gonna make land, isn't he? Just looking at this guy here. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of fun trying to line up with the land. I think he's going to fly into something to safely deploy your troopers. So there you go. Listen, that's the first aircraft. That's the Douglas. A lot of fun to try. I'm still practicing, and landing's not too difficult, isn't it? Let's now jump to the Waco. Okay, so let's show you some of the Waco Glider. Now, there's only one livery with this. This is one you get, the Falcon livery. Now, one important step. I first spawned in on this, and I wiggled my rudder. I knew you have to do that in gliders to tell people to basically tell the aircraft to take you off. It gave me a little old Cessna 172. And it was pulling and pulling, and it couldn't move my Waco. You need to select the Douglas here. So on this screen, aircraft selection, just go to launch method and use the Douglas. Otherwise you're going to be stuck there forever, pulling switches as I was when I first tried this. So there you go. So what we'll do, we'll take off from Southend and I'll see you on the runway. And here we go, back at Southend Airport in the Waco Glider. As you can see there, we've got our tow rope. You can just about see it, I hope. And the Douglas ahead there, who's going to tow us out. Just give you a little bit of a tour of the external liveries there. Again, you only get the one livery with this, but it looks quite nice. The paint job and scuffs on the wheel. Notice the undercarriage there as well. Very nicely detailed. All nice details. You can see the troopers. I'll get internal in a moment. And basically, when you get up in the air, you detach this gear, and then you'll be landing on these. We're going to try and land. I have tried a few unsuccessful and one successful landing so far. Only literally had it for the past few hours. Just got home from work and downloaded it. Let's get internal. Show you some of the internals here. Very simplified gear. Looks like a steering wheel, doesn't it? Simple rudders. Got some lights in the front there. Vertical speed indicator, altitude and... sorry, airspeed and altitude. Vertical speed, whether you're climbing or descending. Altitude indicator and... sorry, airspeed indicator and altitude indicator. I'll get that right. You've got a speed brake here to the left of you. You've got a request tow plane. Well, we've got that. We don't need it. And above here, you've got release cable lever. We don't want to do that. We want to be towed out. And you've got release gear assembly as well. We'll be doing that. I've just got a binding set up for that. You've got some paratroopers at the back there and a Jeep as well. Look at that. Some, you know, nice for what it is. Remember, we're paying £12.50, $15 for the whole package. This is just like a little extra, isn't it? So there you go. Let's just show you some of these lights here. Let's bring our view down. And if I go turn on red, pop outside, see the red lights come on. Let's turn the others on. We can turn our landing lights on as well. Why not turn them all on? And you get the full effect. There you go. Red, blue, green. We're lit up like a blooming Christmas tree. And the lights in front of us. Do we need them, or we'll have them on regardless? Okay, let's go for a little fly. Okay, so let's go for a very quick flight here. This video's been going on long enough and I don't want to detain you for too much longer. One tip here, whilst you're getting used to the aircraft, go to options, assistant options. I've shown this in other videos. User experience and instruments heads-up display, cockpit cam, minimal. Gives you some kind of instrument display whilst you're in the cockpit there, so I can see my airspeed a little bit better. Just while you're getting used to it. It's up to you if you want to do that, or if you want to keep the realism, it's up to you. Because these instruments are quite easy to follow too. To get glider planes, I've flown glider planes before, to get them moving you have to move your rudder left and right a couple of times. That signifies to this chap that you're ready to fly. He'll signal to the tow aircraft that you're ready to take off. So what I'll do, I'll move my rudder left and right a couple of times. Oops. There you go. He's signalling to the tow plane that we're ready. Oops, let's get back in the cockpit. So the tow plane will take off. I just literally want this tow plane to take off, release the cable, then we can just show you the landing mechanism of the aircraft. So what, I'm just going to push my nose down a little bit whilst he's getting ready to take off, just so we don't take off prematurely. There we go. So he's getting ready to take off. He's just about ready to take off. There you go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let him go high. Ideally follow him if you want to... There you go. The tow cable snapped. Follow him if you want a longer flight. I'm just going to release my gear. Press my G button in my case, as I have my keyboard handy. And I'll just show you a quick and dirty landing here. Just because we're on the runway. Just show you the mechanism of how these aircraft landed. If we land here just before the trees, please. There you go, touchdown. And of course you can go for a longer flight and land in fields. We could have a lot of fun with that in multiplayer. There's my aircraft. He's come back down and landed already. So there you go. That's the Douglas and Waco package. Good calls, all donations go to the USO, so good calls to buy this, but they're a lot of fun. I enjoy the Douglas specifically at the moment. This glider's quite a lot of fun too. There you go, quick review and first impressions. Let me know your thoughts. Are you gonna buy it? Let us know down below. Give the video a like and all that jazz. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon.